What are some of the best spots you've seen since you like to go on tour wherever you go?
I mean, honestly, like the LSU thing was mind bending. You know, I got the Nebraska tour and saw where Ndamukong's check went. That was nice of him to build the
House of Spears, like that weight room.
Yeah, the weight room's fucking.
When did you go?
2 years ago, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, we were there at that time.
They have good.
I was just wondering.
I heard some cool stories about him.
About Suh?
Fuck. Yeah, they were like, no, he's fucking crazier than you think.
Let's hear a couple.
I don't even know if I should tell these stories.
I could possibly confirm or deny
that it's like a real psychopath playing. Like you're like, this guy's crazy. Like, no, this guy is crazy.
Yeah, but it's not like definitely in between the white lines, but not off the field.
I don't know, but what was that story you told about getting a ride to the airport or something? And you thought he was going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, he said, like, I'll pull the car over and fucking stomp on you. Because I was...
Wait, you're in a car?
Just putting Will in a Orlando with Suh?
We were having a lunch somewhere, and then when we were driving him to the airport, I mustered up the courage to bring up him stomping on Aaron Rodgers. I was like, you're going to say that the man upstairs knows what happened, but you clearly stomped on 12. And he's like, well, we can pull the car over now, and
I'll stomp your ass out.
I'll stomp your ass out. But, that's just fun play.
This is playing around.
He's not a psychopath.
Not at all.
No, not at all. That's just fun. It's just us being dudes.
It was all the stories I heard were like at Nebraska. Like, because obviously, like everybody's more aware of the NFL stuff because it's on tape. Like, you just like, hey, let's watch a compilation of Suh trying to kill people.
With millions of views on YouTube.
Yeah, and you're like, this is fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
And like for a guy that big, that strong, and that upset
and he never got tired in any of the workouts. It was truly unfucking real. And even when they say like at Tampa, because Suh went to Tampa,
went to Miami, right?
He also played. Yeah, he played at Miami too. But when he played for Tampa,
he's had multiple stops.
He's had Detroit, Miami, Tampa. Rams.
Right. But when he was at Tampa, I was talking to Levante David, who is an unreal linebacker. But I was like, yo, what's Suh like in the locker rooms now? Because we were all kind of like around the same kind of generation. Sure. And he's like Suh's one of the savviest businessmen like in the NFL, like in between meetings, right after practice, in between all this stuff. He's like on conference calls, like handling meetings. Like Warren Buffett is like in his council. It's insane. Like the dude is super impressive. He had an engineering degree at Nebraska, but to your point, an absolute psychopath on the field. Like we were at Baylor and he got a penalty for tackling the quarterback too hard. This was before all the protecting the quarterback stuff came out because he essentially like choke slammed the Baylor quarterback. It was insane.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy said he was puking up blood after the Big 12 championship because
There's a couple stories that I honestly would tell you. I'll tell you off. I really don't feel like I should tell you. Okay. But there's the one that I think is fun to tell that I heard when I was there was like how, they do this thing. It's so fucking weird that when there's bowl games, they're like, why don't you guys like have dinner together the night before? Like, right? Like you're playing Texas in a bowl game. They're like, how about both teams have dinner?
They put you in a banquet hall and they do like banquet hall dinner competitions.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Even when you're watching it you're like, why are they having dinner? And then like everybody's like a table away. So I guess for the bowl game that year, it was Nebraska. I forget who. Maybe Kansas State or something.
We played when Sue was there. Clemson and Arizona.
Maybe
Holiday Bowl. Yeah.
So there's some bowl guy. Let's just say it's Arizona. So then they go, all right, and he's having his monster year, right? Like he's having a unstoppable. He's getting every award. So they're at the ESPN people come to like dinner and they're like, how's the chicken? And they're asking everybody stupid shit. And then they ask the center for like, let's say Arizona, like, oh, you have to face Ndamukong Suh tomorrow. And he's won every award for Defensive Player of the Year. How do you feel about that? And he goes, I'm not that worried about it. And he said that when I heard the story, they said that all the Nebraska guys, they were right, because they were all sitting together. Right. They just went like they just leaned forward and they're like, oh shit. And they saw Suh just like, okay, like eat. And they're like, we already knew like right then that it was going to be a problem. Yeah. And he goes, in the game, Suh picked him up, like basically over his head and threw him head first down onto his head, onto the center. And like he had a neck injury and left the game. Dude. I mean, I was like, God damn.
We did beat
Anytime
them like
you played
30 something
Suh,
to 7.
like it was all. By the time I got in the league, Suh was out of Detroit.
Yeah.
And he was in Miami or whatever. We played Miami like 2 out of 3 years in Miami, and they're like, there's always like older, savvy offensive linemen there, and they'd be like, whatever you do not talk to Suh.
Just don't talk
and
to
I
him.
was like my rookie year and stuff like that was really mouthy, and I would talk to try to talk shit to everybody.
Yeah.
And then I tried to talk shit to Suh, and he kind of looked at me in the center in the huddle, grabbed me by the collar, and told me to shut the fuck up because I don't have to deal with him. He's like, shut the fuck up. You do not talk to him anymore. And I was like, okay,
Wow.
fair enough. He was like a 3-year. I think it was Brian Schwenke.
Oh
and it was
my
like,
gosh, the dude is
It was like there are those guys in the league that when they get a little older, they become a little bit more mellow. And I think Suh, he signed a massive deal, $100 million deal at that point. And it was like, just don't do anything.
provoke him.
Don't provoke him. Don't poke the bear. If you poke the bear, bear's gonna eat you. It'll be like cocaine bear. You're gonna be done. Yeah, you'll be fucking done.
What was your shit talking like? Like, were you just like
My shit talking varied in a lot of different ways. Like I hit it with the classic, like you're a pussy,
suck your
that
dick.
type of stuff.
Yeah.
But then there'd be times like the NFL is a super like it can be homophobic. A lot of guys we don't play that shit in the locker room. So some dude be mouthing off to me. We were playing the Jags one time. And we were switching quarters. So like we're like walking in the middle of the field because we're like on the 30-yard line. So we have to go the opposite 30-yard line. And one defensive lineman, a 3 technique, he's walking behind me like, I'm here all day, blah, blah, you can't block me. And I turn around, I'm like, bro, you listen. If you don't stop talking, I'm going to suck your dick.
Yeah.
And our center comes out of nowhere, unprovoked, he goes, and we swallow here too. And the rest of the game, he was like, what the fuck? Like
you fucked
just,
them up.
Yeah, if you just say super gay things to other NFL players, like I've had other players like go from like the Raiders to the Titans and be like, hey, what's up with 77? Is he actually gay? Like what's the deal? Like it's a mind game.
Yeah, it's a mind game.
Yeah, I mean, when I was
mental
at
warfare.
the Raiders, it was like, hey, so what's up with your boy?
Yeah.
That's just my guy, man.